is curved in the perfect way to just go in there and just kofta. Hi boos, how you guys doing? Welcome back to this face. If this is your first time, do not make it your last. We're all about fashion, lifestyle, and a bunch of general nonsense, and recently motherhood stuff, because your girl just gave birth. So I have a few baby videos, motherhood videos coming your way. Okay, so from the title of the video, you guys already know what I'm going to be talking about today. I had a few people, see, anytime I make videos like this, I promise you at least 1 or 2 people have requested something like this, or they've asked questions that just inspire me to make videos like this. So these are going to be baby items that just make sense. Like, they just make sense, and I'm going to recommend it to any mommy out there. Let me start from the bulky stuff, then end it with the smallest stuff, so I can just get that out of the way, because I have everything, like a whole spread. First things first, this is bigger than my head. This is the Boppy pillow. That's the name of the brand, Boppy. Most of these items, I'm sure you are familiar with them, but I can vouch. Like, when I mean I used this pillow for all my kids, like this same pillow. All I did was just change the cover. So you can just buy the cover on Amazon, but the pillow itself, I got it about 5 years ago when I was pregnant for Sage. This pillow is so useful. 5 years ago, it is so good. It's as good as brand new. It is so useful. I used it for breastfeeding when I was breastfeeding. I use it now for propping the baby up, because I realized that sometimes, even though my babies, they sleep on their tummy really fast, like maybe within the first month, they're already sleeping on their tummy and it's fine. But sometimes they just want to sit up, not like lay flat. I don't know why it's normal for people to keep their baby flat. Like, it's the advertised way of keeping your baby to sleep. But I realized, even as a grown-up, it's quite uncomfortable just lying flat with no support, no pillow, no nothing. So I realized that this actually helps them. So I don't leave them here for a long time, but when I'm done feeding them and the food hasn't gone down, and let's be real with ourselves, let's be real, like, it's not every time you feed your baby, you hold your baby for 30 minutes, 1 hour before you keep them, especially in the night when you're feeling sleepy. Let's not lie. Like, your eyes are like about to tear up, so you can't be holding the baby for 30 minutes or so. You just want to feed the baby and put the baby back to sleep. So this is a lifesaver. So I usually use this to prop the baby up before I now transfer the baby to her bed, or when she's having like cough or cold or flu and her nose is all stuffed up. Like, imagine having your nose all stuffy and you're just lying down flat. This is the perfect thing. Like, it's just so multifunctional. It is so multifunctional. It's perfect for when visitors come to see you. I know some people don't mind bringing their bassinets downstairs to the living room for visitors to see their baby and everything, but to me, I just feel like it's just long. It's just long carrying the whole bassinet downstairs. So when visitors come to see the baby and everything, and then in the living room, this is the easiest thing to bring downstairs to the living room and to put the baby in it, because sometimes visitors are like, oh my god, so cute, so cute, and they get tired and you just want the baby to be somewhere chilling. And I have a very chilled baby. Like, Eliana is very chilled. She can just be there, not crying, nothing. You don't have to always carry her. So this is the perfect thing to just bring, put on the chair, and just leave her there to lounge while you guys like entertain your guests and everything. So this head and tail of the story is that this is very, 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 very functional, and I am glad I was able to buy something this useful that I've used for the 3 kids, and I definitely recommend it. Like, it just makes sense. The packaging of this is just so beautiful. Like, if anything, the packaging is like the best thing. So now, I already talked to you guys about this in one of my vlogs, I think when we came back from the hospital or before we went to the hospital, I'm not sure. But this is the first time I am using a hands-free pump. So I'll show you the one I used before, the one I used for Liam. So this was the pump I used for Liam. This is from Even Flow, and this is what it looks like. So obviously this is not hands-free. This one, you have the wire, you connect it to the wall, you connect this, like, just wires everywhere. It was good at that point, I'm not going to lie, it was good. But when I found out about a hands-free, it just makes sense. And then I got this Mom Cozy one. The packaging was quite pricey, I'm not going to lie, but it served its purpose. You guys already know I didn't breastfeed for long. I would say I breastfed for like 2 months ish, so I didn't get to use it for that long. But if you're someone that wants to breastfeed for a long time, this is one of the best investments you can actually make. Let's open it so you see what it looks like. And this is what one typically looks like. So this is what it looks like. You just put it, no wires, no cables, no nothing. So this is what you're going to charge. It has the cable. You charge it overnight or charge it for like an hour, 2 hours, and you're good to go. And you just put this back, and you'd have something like this. So this is definitely worth investing in if you really want to breastfeed for a long time, you know. Still kind of relating to breast milk and all of that, the next thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is this. This is a milk warmer, or like a water warmer. So I would say more of milk warmer, because when it comes to water for the formula, I am used to using the typical flask. You know the flask I'm talking about. So I'm used to using the flask, the boil the water is in the flask, and it lasts like all day, hot and everything. But I would say this is perfect for breast milk. So if you're on the go, you're taking your child out to the mall, to the hospital, whatever, and you're on the go and you want to take your breast milk, or you're traveling, this is perfect, because all you have to do is just charge this overnight as well. So it has the USB thingy here. So you charge it overnight, and all you have to do is just put your breast milk in here, and it will warm up in like 5 minutes. So when you put your breast milk in there, you put this on, and it's going to heat up your milk in like 5 minutes. So I would recommend this more for breast milk. You know how it is, you store your breast milk in the fridge and you want to like go out with it. This is perfect for it. But with formula, I would actually prefer the flask more, because this doesn't keep the water warm. This will just heat it up. But if you leave it in this for a long time, it doesn't keep it warm. This is not a heater. So this is not a flask, sorry. So this is not going to keep it warm. I actually thought it was going to do that when I was buying it, but when I realized that it doesn't work that way, I realized that it's actually better for just breast milk. So but if you want something that'll keep your water warm, invest in a flask. But if you want something on the go for breast milk, this is perfect. So I didn't really get to enjoy this that much, but this makes sense for on the go. You'd carry your breast milk, you warm it up. This is perfect. A school bag, diaper bag, like, I think that's the only way I can explain it. A diaper bag that can be used as a school bag as well. So now a backstory, quick backstory. With Sage, I was a bougie mom. I was a bougie mom with Sage. I was using my Louis Vuitton Never Full as his diaper bag, because you know it is first time mom, you want to get the Gucci bag, the Gucci diaper bag, or you want to use like the Louis Vuitton and designers and all of that. And I just came to realize so quick that, what is this? Like, wait a minute, what is this? Because at the end of the day, nannies are going to be the ones handling that bag, and it wasn't just making sense. And with the Never Full, it doesn't even make sense because it's open. It's like an open bag, no zipper, no nothing. So I was just like, what am I doing? So I did not actually invest in buying a diaper bag. That is what I actually used. With Liam, I got another diaper bag. It was kind of like the same shape as the Never Full. It wasn't like a backpack basically. And I mean, it served its purpose. But when I realized how not functional it was, or when he was about to start school, you know how it is, they start school at 2, so like daycare, kindergarten, all of that. When he was about to start school, I realized that he couldn't even use that to school, because it just seemed like a diaper bag, if that makes sense. So when they had to pack his clothes, everything, his books, it just didn't make sense in that kind of bag. So I was like, no, definitely I'm not going to fall into this trap anymore. So with this one, this is going to be a diaper bag. This is going to be a school bag because it's a backpack. It is very, very spacious. Like, do not let this fool you. I don't even know if you guys are seeing this one. This bag can fit anything. I can attest to this. I traveled with this bag when we were coming back, and just using it normally, but traveling with it especially, I put heaven and earth inside this bag. Like, everything could fit into this bag. It has so many compartments, so many. It comes with a changing mat as well too. It has this for like the pacifier. I think, no, not I think, almost at least 90% of everything I'm going to show you guys, I got them from Amazon. So I'll link everything below in case you want to get it. But yeah, when I mean the compartments, everything is there, and I'm not going to be worried about when she starts school, when she's about 2. This is going to be perfect to take to school, where they can put her diapers, everything, and her books, and just whatever it is she's going to need. I wouldn't be thinking of buying a school bag like I did for Liam, because I eventually ended up buying a school bag when he started school. But this is like an investment for, you know, for everything, at least until she enters big girl school. Like, I now think of buying like a proper school bag, you know. But for now, this is perfect. And even for the nannies handling it, it's very durable, so you're not worried about scratches. I mean, it's not designer, so you're not worried about, oh, are they going to carry it well, are they going to scratch it, this, that. So it's like quarter the price and very functional, very, very functional, very durable. So I'll definitely recommend this particular one. I don't know about other ones, but this particular one had a lot of ratings on Amazon, so I guess that was the reason for that. So definitely recommend this, something like this. Love it so much. I'm sure you guys are wondering what this is. This is called the diaper disposal bags. Oh, it smells so nice. In case you're wondering, it's scented. This is lavender scent, and this is what one roll looks like. I don't want to open. I think one is already open. Let me just get one that is open. So you already know what it is. It's like a bag, so you just tear it off, you put your diaper in there, and you're not worried about the whole room smelling till the next morning when they come to take the baby. The same thing when you're traveling or when you're taking the baby out. Like, I've had moments where I took her for her immunization, or when we went out and she pooed and you don't know where to throw the diaper or anything, or you change her in the car. This is perfect to put the soiled diaper in, and when you get back home you can dispose of it properly. So this kind of just camouflages the odor, and you're not worried about it just smelling of the whole place and stinking of the whole place. So I'll definitely recommend this. Next thing, this is going to look like just a long piece of fabric, but I'll put a picture of what it looks like when you're using it. So this is, I always call this the modern day wrapper. Like, anytime I use them, like, as a modern millennial mommy, this is my version of a wrapper, because it really does the same thing a wrapper does. So this is like for carrying your baby. This is a baby carrier, but this is the fabric version. I've showed you guys the one I had, or I used for Sage and Liam, and that one, it was good, it served its purpose, but I just felt like that was more heavy duty, or it just felt a bit more uncomfortable when you're carrying a baby, versus this one. This is fabric, so this is light, this is soft, no harsh edges, no rough edges. The baby can just be inside, you're covering the baby, you're not worried about maybe the neck or anything touching like buttons or zips or just rough edges. I use this to travel, and this is very comfortable as well when you're lying down with the baby. Like, you know, on the flights when you're traveling and the baby doesn't want to like lie down on the bassinet or anything, and you want the baby on your chest while you're sleeping as well, so you're not reclining your seat to the end, but at least you're going down a bit. This is perfect to put the baby in, and baby's on your chest, and you're not worried about baby rolling off or anything. So it just makes sense. It makes absolute sense when the baby is cranky or crying and you want to carry the baby around while you're doing your everyday duties. This is perfect as well. And I got black because I feel like black goes with everything, and it's just perfect. I've used this so much. I raved and raved about this the first time we came back from the hospital, and we used it for the first month or two. And the only reason was that we had a big baby and she outgrew it so fast. Like, now she has outgrown this, but they have other sizes. I did not get other sizes because I just felt like there's no need. It's expensive. I think this was about $30 something or $40 something, I can't remember. And I'm like, I don't need to get other sizes. Let me just stop here, because she has gotten to a point where she can sleep without really distracting herself, because this is just for, you know, when that newborn phase, when the hands are just all over the place and they're just distracting themselves and trying to wake up and just want to be swaddled. I think I prefer this to the traditional swaddle blankets. This makes more sense. It has the zipper, her legs are free as well, and her hands are restricted, but at the same time still free to be up. You know, the traditional swaddle, the hands are down, so it doesn't have the chance to go up. But this, if you know babies, babies sleep like this for some funny reason. Like, when they're sleeping up, their hands are always up. So I think the person that designed this had that in mind, knowing that regardless whether you put the swaddle or not, they just like to sleep like this. I don't know why. So this is going to allow them be like this without their hands moving to touch their face or distract them or scare them from when they're sleeping. So this was perfect. Like, I would recommend this over and over again. Still kind of related to the last thing I just talked about. This is like a sleep sack. Will you say like a sleep sack or like a sleep blanket? It's called a sleep sack. So this makes absolute sense, because especially like our weather in Nigeria, you know how it is when you turn on the AC and you put it, like, for now we're so used to putting our AC in like 24 or 25, so it's not too cold in the night, or you're worried about your baby suffocating, like maybe moving the blanket and it covers the baby's face, or you're worried about maybe days where she has her immunization and she's very uncomfortable, she doesn't want anything on her skin that will make her feel the pain or remind her of the pain. This has always come in handy for all those times and all those situations, because this just does the job. It covers her, it protects her, but at the same time it is loose, so she's just inside the sack. It's loose. She doesn't wear like trousers or anything trouser when she's using this. She just wears like the pants, the, what they call it, the onesies, right? No, not the onesies, the bodysuits. That's what she wears. and she just puts this on, and it's just perfect. This is very comfortable. It covers her, it protects her, and at the same time it's just very loose. And just like the other one, it has different sizes, but for this I got the two sizes. I got the newborn and I got the, I think, 12 months ish, 6 to 12 months, I think. So she has two sizes. This is the first size. You can see how big it is for the first size, and she has even the bigger size, so this will definitely last till she's one. And I think this makes absolute sense. This is like a holy grail product. This is the Aquaphor, and this is not even, this is the one we use with the diaper bag, and you know, on the go we have the big jars. Like this stuff, I buy it in bulk because all my kids use it up until now. This is just, I don't know how to explain this. This is the definition of multifunctional, multi-purpose, multi-everything. You guys already know what this is. This is the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. So this is like a bougie Vaseline. Like when we were growing up, I think Vaseline was like the main thing, but now Aquaphor is the main thing. And I've realized that this is a bit less, I feel like this is a bit less stickier than Vaseline. I feel like Vaseline can be a bit thick and it can just be overwhelming sometimes, but this just gives me that lighter feel. This can be used for diaper rash, like to prevent it. I don't think my kids have ever had diaper rash because from the beginning I started using this, so I've never experienced diaper rash on my kids. So you just use this on their diaper area, their bum, their private parts, not inside or anything, just round it to prevent diaper rash. This can be used for chapped lips. This can be used for chapped skin, like when they have like dry patches or dry skin and all of that. This can be used. This can be used for me as an adult because I have times in the night where I'm just feeling like my lips are dry, and I just, because I have this in my caddy, like my nighttime caddy, I just bring it and I rub it on my lips. So this can be used as a lip balm as well. It can be used for anything. When we're going out, this is always in her diaper bag, so it can be used for all my kids. You know how kids are, toddlers, they're always chapped. For some reason, they're always chapped one way or the other. So this can be used for their lips, for their skin, when you feel like they're ashy and everything. This is something that has been in my household for 5 years, and I think it will still be here for another 5 to come. Like, it's just like wipes. You know, when you have wipes is like you use wipes forever. That's what this reminds me of. Just like wipes, we're going to use this forever because both adults, both babies, perfect. So this just makes absolute sense, and I don't think there's any mom out there that doesn't have this, or like a version of this, like an ointment, because makes sense. Next is this product. I'm using this for the first time, and I actually got this recommendation on TikTok. When my baby came out, like other babies, they usually have like this baby acne phase that just comes. I mean, I've heard a couple of times that if you leave it, it's going to go. With Sage and William, I left it and it left by itself. Like I wasn't really too, how will I put it? It wasn't deep to me. I was like, okay, cool. I checked Google. They were like, it's normal. It will come and go. So I waited for it to go. But with this, my baby girl, I'm like, baby girl, we have to be fresh. You cannot afford to have acne, please. We're going to start our skincare as early as possible. So I went on TikTok, as always, to get my recommendations. And I got this a lot. This is the Mustela, Stellatopia emollient face cream and eyelids. So this is for the face and for the eyelids. This thing is like magic. Like it works like magic. We used this the first day, and the next day we're like, acne where? Acne where? Okay, no problem. So we thought it was only for babies. Then we got back to Nigeria. Liam had this thing. I don't know what it was. At first, I thought it was a reaction to something, like an allergic reaction. But I think it was just rashes and everything. I actually tried Aquaphor. Aquaphor didn't do anything to it. I tried the dusting powder thing. It did not do anything to it. I was like, wait, oh, I remember this thing that I bought for Eliana. Let me even see if it's going to work on this thing happening to Liam. I applied it on his neck because he had it on his neck here. I applied it on the next day. Where was it? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. It just is amazing. It just makes sense. And I've heard a lot of good stuff about this brand as well. I have their massage oil. I had their bath wash is good as well. They have good products, but these are the only two I can talk about, this and the massage oil. I use the massage oil once in a while for like nighttime when I feel like she has had a long day. Because believe it or not, babies have long days as well too. So I use it sometimes, but this is one I would definitely recommend over the other one because this makes sense. So anything acne for your baby, for your toddlers, this is just perfect. You should try it out. I mean, it worked for me, so hopefully it will work for you as well. It looks like a speaker, right? It looks like a portable speaker, but this is a sound machine. This just makes absolute sense. You guys know how much I've raved about all my kids loving sound machines. Even up until this day, my kids in their room still sleep with their sound machine. So they have one that I got when I gave birth to Sage. That one needs to be connected to the socket. So that one is kind of on the table, is mounted there. They use it to sleep. But I needed one for baby girl. And I found out that you could get the mobile one. So this, you can attach it to the backpack. You can attach it to a bassinet. You can keep it on the go. Like this is on the go. I mean, yes, you can use your phone. I've used my phone a couple of times. But sometimes you want to use your phone. You want to go somewhere. You want to do other things. You want to make a call without thinking that you're going to be interrupted, or feeling like your baby is going to be interrupted, or your baby's sleep is going to be interrupted. So this makes absolute sense. And I'm not going to lie. Anytime I use this in the night for her, I actually feel sleepy as well. Like, guys, you know how white noise, it just makes you feel sleepy. If I charge this for like a few hours, it can last for like 1 week. Like sometimes I'm looking at the thing like, don't you die? Like, are you not tired? This thing can last for days. It can last for days, and it's just so pretty. And this is one item I know that even if I'm not using it for my kids, I love white noise sometimes. So sometimes if I'm finding it difficult to sleep, I can just put this on and it will help me sleep. So this is perfect on the go. It's just perfect, and it makes absolute sense. Next thing on the list is kind of like an honorable mention. This I wouldn't say is a necessity, but I know someone has asked me this on YouTube, and I've gotten a few questions on Instagram as well, asking me where I get my baby's hairband from. And these are on Amazon, like different types, different colors. So if you can see this is more like a turban, like it has more space, and this is so soft. So you're not worried about it like restricting blood flow from your baby's head. This is so soft, and it is elastic, like it's very stretchy. So yeah, this is what this one looks like. This has like a wider band, and it has the bow in front. It comes in all the colors you can think about. Like I got a whole set, and it comes in every color. Every single color. I just got one to show you guys. Every color: red, blue, pink, yellow, purple, green, black, white, every color. And then I got this one. This looks more dressy. I would say this is like the dressier version. This has a thinner band, and this is soft as well too. So this is not, they didn't use elastic to make this. It's almost like fabric, but it stretches, so you're not worried about like blood flow as well too. And it has this cute ribbon in front, the same like this. It comes in every color, so I'll link it below as well in case you want to get it. I know I already answered questions saying this from Amazon, but in case some of you are wondering and you've never asked, these things are so cute. So if you have a baby girl, this is like the perfect accessory to just get in all the colors, and you can mix and match with her outfits. I love this. This is like perfect. So cute, super cute. I love it. This is another product I have used for all my kids. This is a nail file. How do you actually hold their tiny fingers and use like nail cutters? I don't understand how that is possible, but duh. Of course someone thought of this and someone invented something like this. When using this, sometimes like I used to wonder like, is it going to injure the child or anything? But when I put my fingers, it stops. Like it's not, I don't know how to explain. It's not sharp. It's not going to wound you or anything, but it's going to file down the nails. I don't know. That's just, it just makes sense. I don't know how they came up with it, but like now it's on. But if you put it like this, like say it stops, so it's not going to wound you or cause any kind of whatever. Like see, this is it on, and I'm touching it. So it's perfect because their nails are quite soft and very delicate, and this is just the perfect thing to just file down their nails. This over nail cutters every day, all day. I think I started using nail cutters for my kids when they were like maybe 2-ish, but from birth to like 1, I was using a nail file, and it was absolutely doing the job. Like it's going to do the job for you for sure. Love this. Now the last part of this items, they're all related because they're all doing the same job, but let me start with the first one. So this is the nose Frida by Frida Baby. This is the Snot sucker and it's like a kit, so it comes to the saline, I've heard people say saline spray. So this is going to help, especially this flu season, guys. The way my kids have flu, the way they have blocked nose, congested nose, everything you can think of this period, I don't understand. Am I the only one? Like it feels like every other week there's always some kind of cold or cough or something in this household. And for my baby, my precious baby, this has come in handy. So handy. I use this for all my kids as well too. Not the same one. I always buy a new one. Like for Sage, I used a different one. I threw it away. For Liam, I bought a different one. I threw it away when he was like, I think when he was 1. and this is a new one I got for Eliana. So this is her own, this is new, and it comes with this. So you just spray this to kind of soften up anything that's inside, like 2 sprays, 1 2 1 2, to soften up anything that's in there, and you just go to town. You put this in your mouth, you put this into her nostrils, and you just. So, in case you're wondering, you don't, because I've gotten some questions from people that live here with me. They're like, does this enter your mouth? I'm like, no. There's this filter, there's a foam filter here. If you guys can see, there's this filter here that stops it from entering your mouth. So, you know, our mothers in those days, some people still do it now directly. I've tried seeing if it was possible to use my mouth to take out the snot from my babies. I think with Sage I tried it, but it just seemed so impossible. I don't know how they do it because their nose is so small, my mouth is just big, and I feel like the whole, like, what am I doing? So I wouldn't even recommend that. And if you're very about things like that, I mean, I feel like if you're a mom, you can't be irritated with things like that, or like poo or pee, because you're going to be having like an overflow of it happening in your life. So I'm not even irritated by things like that, but to actually do it and do it well, this device is the perfect device for it. So this just takes out everything. You just saw, and the satisfaction I get, oh god, the satisfaction I get from seeing the whole thing coming here, it just, then you now hear your baby breathe, like, no, nothing. I just feel so good. Like, this makes absolute sense. I would recommend this for anybody out there. Kind of related to what I just talked about, this is the Ogi beer, but with this is like the manual version. So you know, this is what the hospital gives you, right? I'll say this is like the manual version of that, like you press, suck out. I never was a fan of this, and that is what this is, like this part of the set. This is the set, that's what this is. So if you notice, I've not even brought this out because it's kind of like this as well. I don't use this, I rather use this one. I'd rather use this than use this one. So yeah, this is the first side of the set, but this is what I want to talk to you guys about. This one was here. This right here, I never knew I needed this until I bought it. I'm like, what? You know, okay, yes, I talked about putting the saline water and waiting for it to be soft, then you blow. But sometimes you just have dried up mucus that you can't blow out, but you just want to catch a fear. You want to, you know, bring everything out. And like I said, their nostrils are so small, so your fingers can't even go in. But that is what this was created for. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. This is made of plastic, so you're not worried about it like injuring your baby or anything. But this is the perfect size. It is kind of curved. It's curved in the perfect way to just go in there and just cough them. A cough or the whole. These kind of things are so satisfying. Like when your baby is sleeping is the perfect time. You just wait for the baby to sleep and you just go in and you just shoom. You just shoom, shoom. This thing, anytime I use this thing, I'm just like, who thought of this? Like, how do you think of this? I'm confused. Like, what went on in your mind? I'm sure the person was so frustrated trying to put their fingers inside the nostrils and it could not fit in. This is perfect. I love this so much. I'm going to recommend it over and over again. It makes the most sense out of almost everything I talked about, because this just gives me one kind of satisfaction. I'm just like, wow. So yeah, this helps remove the dried up mucus and everything in your baby's nostrils. That is the end of all the baby items that I feel like makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you guys have them, or you're thinking of getting them, or you're trying to just compile like your baby register, whatever it is. I'll definitely recommend all these items to you. If I was going to have another baby, I would buy all these items, to be honest, but your girl is done. I am done. Some of them I use, some of them I don't use, but I definitely used all of them. And anytime I use them, I always think to myself, this actually makes sense. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Bye.